I've just got out of the bath, just changed, so I always get food down my top. That's the life of a fat man, unfortunately.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's vlog. It is Monday the 30th of July. We're just about to head out with Sarah to the hospital. Got an hospital appointment this morning. She's got to have her bloods taken and they're going to check the heartbeat and the heart rate of the baby. I seem to have fixed this printer that was supposed to go back tomorrow, which doesn't look like it's going back now because they told me to keep it if it works, so looks like I'm getting two. The speed on it was travelling at 200 millimeters per second, which is ridiculous. That's why it was jerky backwards and forwards. So I've reduced it to 50 and it seems to be printing the bencher pretty well. So with that said, it looks like it's working properly. So Oscar and Alfie are coming with us this time with an helper because Porsche went last time. So we're going to head over now to North Manchester General and get today's daily vlog officially started. Alright guys, so we just got out of the hospital. Sarah's still in there getting blood tests, been in there most of the day. We can't film while we're in there, unfortunately, so I brought the kids out before we go to see the Manchester Bee because they didn't see it they didn't see it last time we were here.
Come down from my head and find a ball shape. This is my thorax or chest or upper abdomen. And here, like on the top of the
Like it?
head, you can again
Big
feel
incher.
the ridges and grooves of the fine hairs which cover my body. My thorax is a golden yellowy brown,
Felt her eyes.
and on either side,
Feel under her chin.
my wings protrude. A pair
Yeah,
on
chest.
each side.
Wait, what's that? What is a
My
table
wings
saying?
are
No, that's what her eyes are like.
or shimmering.
If you were dead close to them, that's what their eyes look like.
They are
we
a
climb?
golden
Climb.
Seen these?
colour. And you
When
might
it's really sunny, you can sit on top of it. But it's wet now, isn't it?
Can't climb? No, you can't climb on her.
wings are folded back, the smaller ones on the inside. They are smooth and curved at the edges. And
Seen her toes?
join my body,
What?
it's a little
Toes.
triangular shape,
Look at that.
darker gold in colour.
And then her wings.
My lower abdomen rests against
What
the
colour?
big flower base. You'll be able to feel 5 segments, which are expanded.
How shiny that is.
No, it is. Is it pink?
Black.
Yeah, Porsche made this one.
Stand
Good, innit?
to the bottom of my back.
Alright guys, so just shown them to the Bee. I'm just going to wait now in the car for Sarah to come out because Oscar and Alfie are just being nightmares and so it's Vanellope in there. It's too long for them to sit around and wait, I think. So we're going to nip them back home, we're going to make some tea. And I think me and Sarah are going to nip out later on and have a carvery because we've been craving it for ages, or Sarah has. And I won't say no to a carvery. And I think we just need to get out, just have a little bit of me and Sarah time. So I'm going to wait for Sarah now, then we're going to nip back home, sort their tea out, and then me and Sarah are going to nip out later on, I think, to the Sheldon Arms in Ashton. So we're back home now from the hospital, thank God. That took just forever. But Sarah's had a blood, so I'm sure she's going to fill you in with that later on. Quick change of plan, we're not going for a carvery, but we are going to sit in later on and we'll do something. In fact, we'll talk about how the appointment went today. The girl that was in there, the lady, she was, I think she was called Charity. She was really good. She was probably one of the best midwives that we've ever had, wasn't she? Yeah. She was so funny, and she was talking to us about a little boy. She had 2 girls. She had a boy, and she said she took a son to the doctors because she thought something was wrong with him because he won't stay still. So we'll fill you in with that later on, definitely, when we talk to you about how the appointment went. Alright guys, so me and Alfie are about to go over to Tesco's, pick up a curry for me and Sarah. We're going to do that tonight instead. The reason why we didn't go was because we got back late. We were in that hospital appointment for way too long, and when we got back, we would have had to rush out to go and get food, and then we'd have got to the carvery, and the carvery would have been the last stuff that we had, or the last stuff that was there, sorry. So it'd have been like all crusty and hanging looking, and nobody likes anything that's crusty and hanging looking. But for now, I'm going to nip over to Tesco's of Alpha. I'm going to grab me and Sarah a curry, some naan breads, get us a little something else for after it as well, get a couple of drinks, non-alcoholic of course, and then we're going to head back and settle down for the evening, and Sarah's going to tell you all about the appointment we had today, the bloods that were taken and the tests and everything else, and what the midwife was like. She was amazing, she really was. So onwards to Tesco's. Right, so we're back now, fed, watered. I've just got out of the bath, just changed. So I always get food down my top. That's the life of a fat man, unfortunately. You're shoveling food in your mouth and it falls down your top. So I'm gonna sit down now with Sarah and talk to you about how today went at the hospital, because obviously she had blood tests today. She had loads of other stuff. She's got her green notes now finally, which we always feel like the pregnancy's like really started once we've got the green notes. Sorry, you won't believe what just happened. I've just stood on an iron brew cap and it flicked onto the couch from the floor.
It does like...
It went straight onto it. If we were playing Pogs, I'd have just smoked everybody. Alright. So, as I said, we went to the hospital today, went to North Manchester General, and it was for blood tests, wasn't it? To check for Down syndrome.
Well, it was a booking appointment, so basically they take, obviously people that have had babies will know, but they take all your information of all your babies you've had and the weights, their ages, the names.
Let me tell you something, when they brought that folder out, it was like the Holy Bible. That's how thick it was. It's like the New Testament.
There was actually a midwife walking round and I said, that can't be mine because it's not thick enough.
No, it was like that. It was ridiculous. And we went in, it was a lady called Charity, and she was awesome. She was brilliant with the kids. She's brilliant with me and Sarah. She was telling us about a little boy. She has girls, you see. She had two girls, and this was a third child. She'd just come back from maternity leave, and she was telling us that she took a son to the doctors because she thought there was something wrong with him because he's constantly moving and fidgeting all the time. So we said to her, listen, Oscar's exactly the same, and she was like relieved. She said, well, I always thought it was me. No, it's not. That's what boys are normally like. So she was brilliant, but obviously because Sarah was in there for so long, it was like an hour and a half appointment. The kids started to get bored, so I took them out, took them to the Manchester Bee, which you've seen, and then we sat in the car and they fought like cat and dog, as they normally do. Vanellope was trying to kick him in the face, as she always does. Anyway, should we get back to the appointment? Yeah.
Because they've got to the end of the appointment.
Yeah.
So she took all the information down, and then I was offered a selected C-section. So yeah. I'm actually entitled to have a selected C-section simply because I've had to have 2 controlled births in theatre and I've had 1 emergency C-section. That's another vlog for my videos. So obviously she said that I would personally try and go naturally and opt out of having the selected C-section simply because obviously you heal better and there's less complications with a natural birth, although it hurts more. But she said there is less complications with a natural birth than there is with a C-section. Not like complications during actually having the baby, but like afterwards, like you can get infections and stuff like that where your cut is, or you know the script. So basically she just said I'd seriously think about hopefully trying to deliver naturally, but obviously she couldn't, because I asked her what would the chances be of me having to have another, what is it?
C-section?
No. My mind's gone blank. I've got baby brain again.
Hernia removed.
Where you going to theatre anyway and you...
Oh, production.
Shut up. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. And then they had to have blood tests done, so they actually gave me a letter to take to my doctor so I could have the Down syndrome test done and some other tests done, but obviously the majority of them I couldn't have done because baby was laid the wrong way, so they couldn't get the measurements to the neck. But the ones that they could do, she did them blood tests today, which was a bonus because now that I have to take it to see the midwife. I'm trying to think what else she said. Oh, that's what I was saying. I said to her, like, what are the chances of me ending up having to go into theatre again? And she just said that I wouldn't say that it's not going to happen again. She said I could say that it won't happen again, and if you'd had like
Don't get up either.
Like 1 pregnancy in theatre, then you'd had like 2 natural births, and then you'd had another 1 in theatre. But she said because they both come like straight after each other, so both babies, the last 2 babies, were both had to be taken into theatre to be induced. She said, I wouldn't put it past it happening again, and that's the only reason why they're offering me the selective C-section, simply because if I'm going to be worried about that, and that could end up being another emergency section. So obviously I have to wait now until I see the doctor again, which will probably be at my 20-week scan, unless I have another appointment before then, which I doubt I will, because I see my midwife at 16 weeks, and then obviously you have a 20-week scan. So I should imagine that the doctor there will advise what would be best. So we'll probably just take it from there.
Yeah.
And see what he says. Obviously I need to try and get some fitness in now to try and strengthen my pelvis, like the midwife said today. If I try and strengthen it, then there's more chance of baby's head actually going down. Last time when we had Vanellope, I had a low lying placenta, so the midwife said it's a possibility the reason her head wouldn't drop last time was because maybe the placenta was still in the way of the shoulder, so the baby's shoulder couldn't actually get past for the head to drop. So with a bit of luck, we won't get a low lying placenta and baby's head will go in.
Look at this cheeky one. Who said you could get up?
The other thing is, I think like Vanellope was due on the 27th and we had her on the 28th, and I think if they would have let me go over, maybe baby's head would have dropped in to the pelvis. But I sit there now and I think that I should have let them maybe go over early rather than just induce me like straight after me due day.
Yeah.
Because maybe that didn't help either.
No. But apart from that, everything else is fine. Alright guys, so we are going to end today's vlog today. Hope everybody's enjoyed watching it today with us and sharing it with us today. It's been so long because we've been in the hospital all day. Every time you're in a hospital and waiting around, it always drags and drains you out, it really does. So tomorrow, we're getting the replacement for this printer. I actually printed with it today and we thought it was fixed, didn't we? We thought we'd fixed it. We thought we'd slow the speed down on it. And as you can see, it's decided to lay a shift again. If you can see it at the top there, if it'll zoom in, but basically it's not printing well at all. Now I have seen the reviews on this again tonight and nobody's had a problem with it. I found one guy that had a problem with the bed, so maybe I just got a bad one. If the one tomorrow comes and it's the same, then obviously it's not the printer for us at all and we won't be using it or touching a G-Tech again, but fingers crossed, hopefully it'll print properly tomorrow. So apart from that, we won't be doing a lot tomorrow, I don't think, but I know what we are. We are doing something tomorrow. We're going to be doing the laser quest with the boys, so we'll set up the GoPros tomorrow. They can have a laser quest battle in the house, and we'll also be doing the giant gummy challenge. We got sent from Amazon a massive breakfast and also a giant skull that the kids could taste. That should be pretty fun. And then on Wednesday, me and Sarah are going to shoot a wedding. It's one of Sarah's summer weddings that she's got. She's got one this Wednesday and then she's got another one next Friday. Naomi might be joining her next Friday if she can get the time off work, so that would be pretty cool for her. If not, I'll be joining her at that wedding again, so we can't wait for that. And then on Sunday, we're going out for a curry with Daz and Naomi when they're back, so we'll be going live from the curry house while we're out with Daz and Naomi, which will be pretty cool. The Red Rose. If you haven't seen the video, if I can find it, I'll drop the link up here, but if I can't, search for it yourself. You think I am your slave? No. So it'll be coming up at the top, or you can look for it yourself. And on that curry bombshell, I can never have to turn this way. She always puts me off whenever she's behind the camera when I'm talking because she's that ravishing. I just can't control myself. So on that massive curry bombshell, I am going to say, do not forget to smash the subscribe button. Do not forget to smash the like button. Do not forget to subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you hit the notification bell. It does nothing. And make sure you leave a comment, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Just before I go, hashtag where is Joy? She's been found, she's well. She's just going through a bit like everybody does in life at the minute. But Joy, we're all thinking about you, we all love you, and we can't wait for you to come back on the lives and comment again. And we will see you guys tomorrow because we do this every single day.